Hugo Broos makes a daring overhaul. Bafana Bafana's 25-man squad for AFCON 2025 faces a bold transformation. Imagine witnessing a rising star transition from youth glory to the big leagues in just months. That's the inspiring journey of Tylon Smith, beaming with pride as he kisses his under-20 Africa Cup of Nations gold medal in Egypt back in May 2025. Now, this talented defender is set to shine at the senior level during the tournament in Morocco from December to January. Ahmad Hassaballah, Getty Images. South Africa's Bafana Bafana head coach, Hugo Broos, has unveiled his 25-player roster for the upcoming 2025 Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco. Remarkably, only 9 players from the squad that clinched bronze at last year's event are returning, with notable absences including key figures like Themba Zwane, Thapelo Morena, and Percy Tau. Fresh additions bring excitement, such as defender Tylon Smith and forward Shandre Campbell, alongside Elias Mokwana and Relebohile Mofokeng. For the latest updates on Bafana Bafana and Banyana Banyana, check out our dedicated sports section at https://www.news24.com/sport/soccer/Bafana Bafana and Banyana Banyana. On Monday, Hugo Broos, the 73-year-old Belgian coach who took charge of South Africa's men's national team in May 2021, announced his final 25-man squad for the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations. This selection came after trimming from a sizable preliminary list of 54 players. You can read more about that earlier announcement here. To create a team hungry for victory. The tournament, hosted in Morocco from December 21st to January 18th, sees Bafana aiming high for the gold medal, building on their third-place finish in last year's Ivory Coast edition. In Group B, they'll face Angola on December 22nd, Egypt on the 26th, and Zimbabwe on the 29th. For beginners new to soccer tournaments, think of the Africa Cup of Nations as Africa's equivalent of the World Cup, a prestigious event where nations compete fiercely, often with high stakes, for national pride and future opportunities in international play. Broos and his squad are confident about advancing to the knockout stages, where the real drama unfolds with elimination matches. But here's where it gets controversial. The squad overhaul is anything but gentle. Broos has kept only 9 players from last year's team, a list that includes captain Ronwen Williams, Ricardo Goss, Nkosanathi Sibisi, Aubrey Modiba, Kuliso Mudau, Teboho Mokwana, Spefelo Sithole, and Evidence Magopa. These veterans provide stability and experience, much like the backbone of a seasoned team in any sport, ensuring that the group has the maturity to handle pressure. In some bold, perhaps divisive choices, Broos left out influential players such as Themba Zwane, who just bounced back from an injury, along with Thapelo Morena and Percy Tau. Meanwhile, strikers Ikram Rainers, Duduzi Shabalala, and Thabo Molowai Sane find themselves on the standby list. A decision that might raise eyebrows, especially considering their recent performances that contributed to the team's success. And this is the part most people miss. These omissions could signal a shift towards fresh energy, but at what cost to proven talent? To infuse new life into the team, Broos has welcomed promising young talents. Take Tylon Smith, for instance. This defender not only helped South Africa win the Under-20 Africa Cup of Nations, but also secured a move to Queen's Park Rangers in the UK. He's earning his first senior call-up without prior Bafana caps, highlighting how youth development can seamlessly bridge to elite levels, much like how young soccer prodigies in Europe often leapfrog to top clubs. Another exciting newcomer is 20-year-old forward Shandre Campbell, who plays for Club Brugge in Belgium. Despite being included in previous preliminary squads, he hasn't seen action in a competitive Bafana match yet, a chance that could launch his international career. Additionally, Elias Mokwana and Relebohile Mofokeng, who have been shining with Al Azem and Orlando Pirates, respectively, have earned spots despite a quieter end to the year in national team duties. This inclusion rewards form and potential, showing that even a dip in performance doesn't erase past contributions in a squad-building strategy. The team will gather in Johannesburg on Monday, December 8th, to kick off preparations. But here's where we can stir the pot. Is Broos's ruthless approach visionary or risky? Critics might argue that axing experienced players like Tau disrupts continuity, potentially weakening the squad's cohesion just as they aim for glory. On the flip side, embracing youth could inject the innovation needed to surprise stronger opponents. Think of it as trading a reliable veteran engine for a high-speed electric upgrade. What do you think? Does this squad shake-up set South Africa up for triumph, or is it a gamble that could backfire? Do you support the inclusion of these new faces, or should Broos have prioritized the omitted stars? Share your opinions in the comments below. I'd love to hear your take on this heated topic.